This program is brought to you by Agnes Scott College. For more information about Agnes Scott College, please visit our website at agnesscott.edu.
Okay, my name is Madelynn Martinaire. I am a freshman, and my major is creative writing and sociology. I'm from Chicago. I was expecting it to be warmer here. Everyone's complaining about being too hot or too cold, and I'm actually used to. I was expecting the South to be more warm, but different diversity in people, definitely. And I'm still trying to get the public transportation down. I love Little Five Point. It's so much fun, and it reminds me a lot of Chicago. I just like the vibe of it. I've been downtown Decatur. Java Monkey will rule my life very quickly. And where else? I went to a really good sushi restaurant yesterday. I think it's Sushi Avenue, and so that was lovely. Other than that, I really haven't gotten around much. ASC 101.
So what's been your experience with ASC 101, the good, the bad, the ugly?
The good, the bad, the ugly. The good, I mean, as far as, all the freshman orientation goes, the ASC 101 is really good. I mean, you do get, it's an experience you get to meet your classmates and you get to interact with them. It's kind of, as you start getting more and more into the year, and we're getting a few weeks in, it's getting more and more difficult. That community hour is a really good hour to study, and not so much when you have to, go and do another class and people scramble and all that fun stuff. But I did like going and doing the volunteer work. I think that's a really good part of it. Wish it wasn't so early in the morning. Getting people up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday is not a good idea.
Yeah, volunteering is one thing, but...
well, you gotta give people incentive. You gotta have, like, the coffee and the food and all of that there for people, and, gotta give them incentive to do that, so... But I think everyone was pretty, they might have been a little crabby in the morning, but I think everyone was pretty pleasantly, surprised afterwards and how good they felt. And my dorm experience has been good. I mean, it's an interesting group of people. I got lucky, I got the corner, so we have the big windows. I mean, as far as all the schools that I saw, the dorms here are really nice. So you get a lot of light in, open space, it's really good. It's one of those situations that it doesn't quite feel like home. I mean, I get along with my roommate, I love my roommate. She's a bucket of fun. She's the only person that can actually get me up that early in the morning. So I'm not that awake that early in the morning. But it's always difficult when you've got one room and two completely different ideas of how you structure your room and stuff. Now most people, I like the creative, organized clutter, and she likes the very organized and pink. So I mean, it works out. You figure it out, and you just have to keep adding to it and figuring out how it goes. And the people on the floor come and you meet people through various things, and it's been fun. My situation is a little different in that I applied and was accepted after I graduated 2007. So I've been a deferred student. So this last year I spent working and getting up the money so I can afford it. And so I've known that I'm coming to Agnes Scott for a long time. So it's kind of one of the situations where I was like ready to go. And you got here, and I'm like, okay, I'm home now, Well, I'll say that the students were really helpful. It was a really good experience. They were all there to help you. They were all there if you looked remotely lost for any reason. It's the one thing about Atlanta and about, like Agnes Scott in the South. It's a very different mentality, and it's everyone wants to help you, and everyone's very willing to help you, and very eager. Are you sure you don't need help? Are you sure? So, that's been really helpful, So, but Agnes Scott did a really good job. It was a really good place for me because it's a little bit of an adjustment. I come from a high school of 5,000 people. My graduating class was over 800. So, I mean, I sat there and didn't recognize half of the people that walked up on that stage. So, that's a bit of a different, situation where you're seeing the same people every day, and, even if you don't know them, you're still seeing the same people. and that's a lot of fun. But I definitely, Agnes Scott gave me the freedom to do what I wanted to do. They didn't have really any restrictions. They said, it's a really good place for people that don't know what they want to do, because they tell you to explore everything. And it's also a really good place for people that know what they want to do, because they let you do it. And they say, this is what your passions are. Do what you want to do, and maybe branch out in a few places and see if you can connect it. And it's why I ended up doing wanting to do sociology as well as English, is because English, I knew I was going to do creative writing. It was just obvious. And I said, well, you really like writing about people and about culture and situation. Why don't you take a sociology class, and why don't you talk to the head of the department? And you start talking to people, and you realize that really works. So I don't see any other colleges that will push you so much into your passions to make you go forward that quickly. Yes, I got lucky. My first year seminar is Virtue and Happiness. It's a philosophy course. I'm also taking Contemporary Moral Problems, which is a philosophy course, and I'm taking Sociology 101. And it's been really fun. I'm telling you the ones I do like. My math is a different story. But I really think they really click very well. I mean, we're discussing different things, but somehow when you start reading the text for the different classes and into the discussions, you can pull different things from your other classes into those discussions. And that's been really cool, because, in high school, it's usually you're doing very different disciplines at the same time, and there's very few times where you can actually connect it all together. And here it's connecting all the time. So it's been good.
This program is brought to you by Agnes Scott College. For more information about Agnes Scott College, please visit our website at agnescott.edu.